¿Qué hace, loco? Continuamos con Technomancer. Estábamos en este lugar, que es como un campo de reeducación, donde tenemos que básicamente rescatar a un Technomancer que nos ayuda a traducir una tabla. Unas tablas con información de los. Ah, que contiene historia de los primeros colonos. Me equivoqué de botón.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Me voy a guardar porque me suena como que hay algo acá, como pasó en el capítulo anterior, que me dio un montón de cosas y apareció un gusano raro.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Need a key to open this door.
Uy, ¿dónde estará la llave esa, Me pide nivel 3 de cerradura, me pide.
Need a key to open this door. Need a key to open this door.
Yo creo que acá no voy a poder hacer nada. Ahora por lo menos. Así que vamos a ir por... No veo nada. Vamos a volver al principio. Hola.
Can't go through here.
¿Por dónde? A ver. Sí, la otra que me queda es eso. O sea que... Es volver. Meterme por acá. Arriba. No puedo bajar, ¿no? No. Encontrar el Technomancer de Aurora. Es la única entrada que hay, no hay otra. Bueno, vamos a hacer eso. Vamos a volver donde estábamos antes. Creo que por ahí se puede subir y dar una vuelta. Vamos a ver qué sale, loco. No me vio nunca esta.
Boris, how'd you get here? The hell happened to you?
Lieutenant, can't you tell your own work? You wanted to arrest me at any cost. Well, here's the cost. To me. What did you think they did to deserters and rebels, huh?
Este que nos
Send them
traicionó.
on vacation? Welcome to my hell. They like to get rough. I believe they smile. I'm just about done bleeding, though. You should have just killed me. Same result, just cleaner.
not quite perfect yet, but you'll survive to flee. Again.
That was kind of you. Better already. What can I do for you now?
I'm looking for an old man. Old Technomancer from Aurora who should be here. Probably passes himself off as someone else now, though.
A Technomancer? Here? Sure, I would have heard about him if you were... Though, come to think of it, there is this old fella. Got scars all over his face, like all your kind seem to have. Works as a mechanic. Not sure if he's your man, but if he ain't, that's all I got.
Thanks, Boris. You better get going now.
Bueno.
Nisha, are you alright?
Medio como la naranja mecánica, ¿no?
Hey, are you Professor Charles Seeker?
I am. And you? You are... What is a Technomancer?
Este es el que estuvimos buscando al
Long
principio.
story, Professor. Just know I'm a friend of Scott's. We looked for you in Ophir. Even got our hands on some of your notes, but,
My research notes? On Technomancers? How? I coded them to make sure those ASC thugs couldn't read them. Did you manage to read them?
I just gave him to Scott.
Oh, good. Good. I'm sure he deciphered them with no trouble. Scott's eccentric, I know, a little unstable even, especially since he lost his child. But even still, he is the greatest mind in abundance. A genius who's focused his research on people like you. Technomancers. I'm sure my notes, which I pray no one but you and Scott will see, will be a great service to him. I was able to prove nothing, really, but my work pointed to a high probability that the abilities of your kind stemmed from what Earthlings called gene therapy.
Not sure what that means, Professor.
Yes, of course. They modified genes to cure disease, provoked mutations, modifications that got passed on to offspring as well. Look, in theory, at least. A theory I will never get to test now, I'm afraid. Being held here. Well, I suppose it's better this way. Undeniably incredible research, but research that could also, unfortunately, lead to the enslavement of your kind. Cast you as just another mutation to be contained, you know? Afraid of what they don't know. And while I'm sure there was good intention in their creation of your mutation, no one can say what that reason is.
Can you keep this a secret, Professor?
My lips are sealed, now and forever. No one else will ever be privy to my research.
Thank you, Professor. Take care.
Lo voy a grabar.
I'm looking for an old man. He's from Aurora, and he used to be a technomancer.
Well, you're looking for him in the wrong place. It's true that there's a guy with a funny way of speaking, but I can't believe that he's from Aurora. That sounds crazy. What would he be doing here?
Who is that man?
His name's George. An old guy, as you said, and the way he speaks sounds funny. Anyway, as if he were making fun of us with complicated words. He's a mechanic, though.
This could mean that he studied within the elite in a corporation that were a little precious. Thank you. Hello, I'm looking for a man. A man in your age range. A technomancer.
A technomancer? Here? You must be mistaken, my boy. There is no technomancer here. The prisoners of war are sent elsewhere. Here we are taught to think like good citizens of abundance.
Hello, I'm looking...
A technomancer.
Hello, I'm looking for someone.
A man? He doesn't mingle with men. Men avenge themselves upon them, so he stays away.
All right, I understand. Goodbye. Hello. I'm looking for a prisoner. An old man from Aurora. He's a former technomancer.
There are no technomancers here. You would be killed right away or sent to a camp as a prisoner of war. You're in the wrong camp. This here is a rehabilitation camp for deviants, dissenters. It's supposed to get us to think right again. Sorry, I don't see.
Maybe he hid what he was. He used to live far from the corporation. Maybe they mistook him for a deviant, an outcast. But he must have kept some of his mannerisms or accent from Aurora.
That could be George. I've always thought that he had a funny way of talking. He works as a mechanic. He really looks burned out. But the funny thing is, I once heard him say he was barely 50. You think he was at least 20 years older. He must have had a really bad life, worse than ours.
That could be him. Technomancy tends to age us faster. Thank you.
Bien, el problema es dónde está ese George, ¿no?
Hello, I'm looking for someone. A rather old man.
What is the man doing in the camp?
He was locked up here because he was living away from corporations. He's a technomancer like me, but way older. And he comes from Aurora.
He is not sure, but he believes he recognized that the old man had the Aurora way of speaking. But he thinks that the man is mistaken because he is not a technomancer. He doesn't make lightning bolts. He is a mechanic, not a good mechanic.
Thank you very much for the information.
It shows enormous strength and courage to be able to hide so much in such a place.
You did the same thing, Phobos. Went back into the pen in no fear, passing yourself off as someone else.
Perhaps in some ways, but I was driven by a will to save my people. What is it that drives that man?
Bueno. Ok.
How old are you? 70?
50 years old, but I had a hard life. Unfortunately, that leaves its mark.
Like technomancy takes its toll as well.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know anything about technomancy. You should talk to someone else.
I've heard that mechanics isn't your forte. It's a good hideout, isn't it?
The person who told you that I'm not good is simply bad-mouthing me.
If you say so. But this doesn't explain the way you speak. Polished for a mechanic. Listen, let's cut to the chase. Just let me look at your temples and that'll be it.
You are the pain in the neck, you know that. Very well. I am the one you're looking for, and your relentless questioning puts me in jeopardy if the word gets out here.
I specifically came to this camp in order to find you. You brought back a dome lost in the sands, a tablet that I'm unable to translate.
It is written in the settlers' coded language, one they use for the important data. By all means, I can translate it, but this type of thing can take time, and I can't do it here.
Come with us to Noctis. I am sure that you'll find a place to stay.
Noctis.
The city of the merchants. It's an independent city. There you won't have to fear Aurora or abundance.
Well then, I'll follow you.
Bien. Por acá no puedo, ¿no? Ah, sí, mira. Voy a grabar porque puede ser que se venga una.
Let's go. I'm glad to leave this place.
Ah, mira.
Me too. I don't care where you take me. Anywhere is better than prison.
It stank like fucking death in there. I don't know what to say. I feel ashamed. I'm from abundance. What they do to people in there, inhuman.
To think that even Ophir looks like a paradise after seeing such a place. I am grateful, however, for we managed to save a few souls.
You okay, Nisha?
No, not really. I don't want to talk about it right now.
I get that the place could have triggered some bad memories. I'm sorry, Nisha.
Solo, this is Patience, the Technomancer you told me about.
Ah, nice. Free of that shadow-forsaken labor camp. Must have been a living hell. A sincere pleasure to meet you.
Yes, nice to be free, but to be honest, I'm now stuck with no place to go. Can't and won't go back to Aurora. And Abundance was always so accommodating that I can't imagine the hospitality if they had known about my talents. Damn the ASC. And ever since my little desert refuge has been discovered, it's become a tad less cozy. Here I am, no roof, no real belongings. Only thing I have is this guy here who won't leave me alone until I translate some ancient text for him.
Well, I can't help with Mr. Mancer's needs for a translator, but I can give you a roof. It's the Noctis way, for we say, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Welcome to your new home, Patience. There are some empty houses in the northern part of the city. I'm sure we can set you up there.
Thank you, and a sincere pleasure to meet you, Dandolo.
Bueno. Espera a que el viejo termine de descifrar la tablilla. Pero lo que podemos hacer
Zachariah, come. A moment, please, if you will.
un día y 7 horas. Siete horas.
Looks like patience is gone. And judging by the mess, I doubt he left willingly. Bet you all the serum in the world the fucking ASC's behind all this. They need to be stopped before they overrun Noctis. And I need to find patience. Fuck, and the tablet.
A ver, lo subimos. Lanza un ataque especial con masa y escudo al mismo tiempo sobre enemigos en el suelo. Te permite correr mientras bloqueas. A ver acá que tengo. No sé si está bien. Pero bueno. Esa, qué pose, loco, Pose, pose, pose. El escudo no se lo puedo cambiar encima. Uy, se parece esa eje a Jason. No sé por qué tengo el presentimiento que el príncipe está metido, boludo. No sé por qué. Está metido en todo este lío. Me va a cagar. No sé. No sé por qué.
After trailing the groups you mentioned, it's obvious that they each have a few people among them who aren't just looking for you, but purposely seeding unrest in the population, and maybe pushing for an uprising.
Then we need to stop it.
Here's a description of everyone we found. Give me your map. There. I've marked every place you can find them. Shouldn't be hard for you to get them now.
Bien. Eliminar a los espías infiltrados. Vamos. Hay varios,
that defeat, Victor would be finished here.
One step at a time, then?
One step at a time, then. Yes. Whatever it takes to keep the city safe. Where's the next group?
Dale, loco. Mira. Gracias. Bien, ¿qué más queda? Por acá. Bueno, y ahora me queda uno por acá. Me queda el último. Es una moto, loco. Se lo voy a guardar. Una moto pasó, pero pisteando como un champion. Me acuerdo del capítulo de South Park. Había un grupo de motociclistas que pasaban por South Park y le decían de todos los pibes. Maricas le decía. Ya después se confundía porque pensaban que hablaban mal de los gays. Y no, era que le decían marica a los que hacían ruido con las motos. Ese saupar, loco. Yo no sé cómo, cómo siguen, ¿no? Porque son muy zarpados, loco. Son muy zarpados. Vamos a verlo dándolo. O dándolo.
Zachariah, come. A moment, please, if you will. Zachariah, I was just starting to worry.
What for?
Bad news, I'm afraid. The ASC's not only in Noctis, but they're starting to threaten its safety. I know you did what you could to get rid of their spies, but if you stay here, they'll come back. And now we may be open to a direct attack from Abundance. I'm sorry, Zachariah. They're after you and your friends. I can't risk the safety of all my people for just you.
So you're turning your back on us?
No. I would never turn my back on a friend. I set a meeting for you with the Technomancers from Aurora. Their arms are open. You'll be safer from Victor with them by your side. You just can't stay here.
Why are you helping me?
A scratch on the back for what I hope will be a long-term relationship, Mr. Mancer. They'll meet you under one of their shadow paths. Take the map. You'll be well received. Now get going. As soon as you can gather your things and friends together. The longer you stay, the more danger those of us around you face.
How'd you manage to get in touch with Aurora's Technomancers?
Wasn't easy, but we have agents in all of the corporation's cities. The equivalent of Nisha, but not as easy on the eyes, lives in Shadowlair and was our point on this little mission. Their Technomancers are quite knowledgeable, powerful, and I assume the idea of having one of their counterparts from Abundance join them and give them a little upper hand probably put a few smiles on their faces. But their chief's name, it's slipping my mind. Profanity? No, something more. Chastity, promiscuity, generosity. Yeah, that's the one. Their chief's named Generosity, I think. He's quite chummy with the Dowser wisdom, I hear. Shouldn't be too hard for him to make you feel welcome. So set your mind at ease.
Alta trampa, loco. Eso es. Nos vamos a meter. Nos vamos a meter en una trampa, loco.
Zachariah, come. A moment, please, if you will.
Bueno, loco, dejamos el capítulo de acá. Nada, nos echaron, nos echaron de esta ciudad Noctis y supuestamente nos mandan a un lugar donde están los Technomancer que sobrevivieron al ataque de la SC. Nada, en la zona anterior donde estábamos, pero no sé, me huele a más trampa. Nos van a recagar, nos van a pegar un. Nada. Si el video te gustó, dale like, compartí, suscribite y activa la campanita que te avisa cuando subo videos. Te mando un fuerte abrazo y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo. Adiós.